Let's begin. Conscious Whispers. In Conscious Whispers, we've covered the page on belief. Letting go of beliefs that are holding you back and creating beliefs which are going to drive you forward into the life you truly desire. And last time we went through RNA and DNA, going through the timelines, re-evaluating that which is growing you and that which is holding you back, creating compassion in those moments so that you can actually drive yourself forward, which is what healing is all about. It's about looking at what's holding me back, what's stopping me, and can I transform that and use it to, in my advantage, to something that's actually going to propel me forward. I haven't even put this light on. There we go. It's a bit better. So this next page, I've called it the inner jukebox. And what I say here is this. Ida, which is your left side, is connected to the moon, the mother. Pingala, which is the right side, is connected to the sun, the father. Sushumna is the central channel. It's the balance point in the center, which is unique for you. Memories play on repeat in our mind, and our visions create adventure. Your mind is playing a tune from its own personal jukebox of songs unique for you and your growth. The heart beats and a song in your mind begins to play. The song is your internal tune. No one else has your rhythm or your beat. Your visions are yours. Your thoughts are yours. It's time to tune into thoughts and visions that heal you. And that's what this page is all about, is can you move your mind to where it's no longer destroying the part of you that needs to grow, but it's actually utilizing the energy within to propel and to grow yourself forward. So the first thing my mind is going to is the sun. So what is Ida, what's Pingala, what's Sushumna? So these are all Sanskrit terms. Sanskrit terms used to describe energy systems in the body. And I've worked with different healers from different places in the world. And one thing I've learned is that there's been there hasn't been any division when it comes to the right side being connected to father, to masculine energy, and the left side being connected to feminine, to the mother energy. So in healings, sometimes what will happen is something on the left side or something on the right side may be out of order. It might be out of sync. And sometimes I'm urged to ask the question about relationship with mom, relationship to dad. It can also be relationship to yourself, which would be the Ida side, or relationship to the outside world, which is the Pingala side. And in that, we get to understand if we're holding emotions for a particular person in the masculine or feminine, or if what we're holding, is it even ours? do we actually even need to actually hold it? My mind is running on so many tabs right now, and with this page it's lighting up all these different things that I want to talk about, and I'm being mindful of my own inner jukebox of being a little bit systematic with this conversation. It's very exciting because it's a part of me that I really enjoy. I really love the healing sides of what I do. I feel like using a red. Might sharpen this one. I really enjoy this side. Another thing I want to talk about, what was it? The sun. Jyotish. So in astrology, we also look at the sun and moon. So in astrology, the sun is known as the soul sign. What does that mean? Good question. The sun symbolizes your brightest light. It's almost like the highest flame that there can be. It's like this is the truth of who you are and what you've come to do, incarnated on this earth. The moon sign will relate a lot to your mind and your emotions. And oftentimes the mind can go against and distract us from our path, which is the sun. The true light is that of the sun, because even the light of the moon comes as a reflection from the sun. So when we're looking at sun and moon, you can't look at it without looking at astrology too. So when we talk about Western astrology, so when people say, oh, you know, what's your star sign? What they're really asking is, what's your sun sign? Where is your sun placed? Where was your sun placed when you were born? Now, depending on which astrology system you may follow, you may end up with two different sun signs. The system I follow is related to Vedic astrology, and with that one, it has a slightly different calendar to the one that's used in the West. So even though you may at the moment think you're a certain sign, in Vedic astrology, your sun sign may actually come up different. In astrology, astrologers will often say your moon is one of the most important signs. The reason they say that is because your mind rules everything. If your mind does not want to work with you, let's say even if you're training, because I'm training at the moment. So even when you're exercising, if you're training and your mind is going against you, it will have an effect on your physical body. Your mind can talk your body out of training. That's how powerful the mind is. So when our mind is weak, when our mind goes against us, it takes us away from our soul path, our solar path, our sun path. So correcting our moon energy, correcting our mind energy, strengthening, all of this is why we have sciences such as yoga. In yoga, we talk about Surya Namaskar, which is a set of postures which are used to celebrate the sun. Now, we think that we're just bowing down to the sun outside of us. That's not the case. We're actually reigniting the sun inside of us, and that's where the true beauty of this salutation resides, inside of us. If something isn't causing an awakening, a healing, a connection into your heart space, what is even the point of it? Because your heart is the bridge to this inner solar light within you. So with Surya Namaskar, you actually end up waking up, igniting the different chakras in your body. You end up detoxing them. You end up cleaning out energy systems. And those who are really passionate about their practice may even practice 108 salutations, which is not a small thing. I used to struggle with doing 3 at one point, and then even just moving up to 12 was a big thing. But we all begin somewhere, and that's okay too. I love talking about astrology. One of the things I always really wanted to do was, talk about Ayurveda, yoga, astrology, and Vastu, and just finding a way to bring the knowledge that I have out. Bless me. And creating this book has allowed me to do that in a way which is authentic and unique for me. I've never wanted these videos to be about, you have to colour in a certain way. Reena's using these colours, therefore I must also use these colours. No, this is about play. This is giving me an opportunity to show you that these books are incredible to colour with. But it also gives me an opportunity to talk about the things I love without being interrupted, and to just share some of this knowledge which has helped me in my own journey. And I never know where these conversations are going to go. That's what makes it just amazing. So this page actually has a lot of elements to it. a lot of elements. Because I wanted to bring the knowledge of this energy of Ida, Pingala, Sushumna, because they're not just words, it's activations. When we say Ida, we're activating our left side. When we say Pingala, we're activating our sun side, our right side. When we're talking about Sushumna, that central channel within us that's holding each of the chakras in our body alights. And when we do that, when we bring the Ida energy, this is my left side, and the Pingala energy, when we bring these into balance, then we come into the Sushumna. And where you are in the Sushumna, that's where you are uniquely you. No one else can be that which is you. And this is what my book is all about. It's about, let's come away from this idea that we have to be anything other than ourselves. I want to do red there. Yeah, go for it. So why have I played a jukebox here? Well, the jukebox, I've created a third eye here, which is in the shape of DNA. Why DNA and not just an eye? I don't know. It was just the way I saw it. It was this idea of the way we see things is the way we see things, it creates us. The way we perceive things becomes our reality. So if we can change our thoughts about how we see things, if we can self-hypnotize in a way which will grow us, which will propel us forward, which will ignite our heart, which will bring healing into our systems, then that vision, it's going to create a different song system that plays inside of our mind. And when I say song system, it's almost like an internal Spotify, YouTube of memories which no longer hold you and your heart hostage. It's actually the opposite. It creates a freedom for you, a freedom inside of you. So the inner jukebox is about centering yourself so that the visions that play in your mind are there for you and never against you. You know, when I watch back these videos, I end up learning so much. And remembering so much too. And it's interesting being your own big brother, being your own witness to your own healing journey. I didn't know on creating these books that when I'd be colouring, I'd be going through my own journey as well. And yet here I am, and I couldn't be happier. People have this idea that success is whatever's in your bank account. For me, it's about how light can I make my heart account. I like that. How light can I make my heart account? So if you don't know, I'm using Prismacolors, which I absolutely adore. And if there's other colours you're using which feel silky, which feel beautiful on the page, do let us know. I think I am going to go for blues here. Do you actually want to use a little bit of gold? I just saw the gold. Just want to use it here. Mm. So what visions, what memories play on repeat in your mind? And do they help you move forward, or do they leave you feeling stuck, feeling retarded on your growth path, on your healing path? And what can you do to actually change it? Biggest thing you can do is give it love. Give that version of you that was there in that experience love. Because usually the reason why we hurt is because we weren't receiving the love that we wanted in that moment. And it plays on repeat because that version of us is hungry for that love. And then we seek that love outside of ourselves, always feeling disappointed that it's not the way we want it, that it's not, that we're unable to receive it the way we need it. So give the love to yourself. Then why did I do a crescent moon here instead of a full moon? Because crescent moon for me reminds me of Shiva. And yeah, that's the honest reason why. Anything that reminds me of Shiva just makes me happy. How dark do I want to go with the blue? That's what I'm asking myself. I think. Let's go for this one. Let me know if you're colouring these pages, if you're using pencils, if you're using coloured pencils, watercolours, paints, acrylic paints. What are you using as your medium? I just came back from the temple today. It was for Hanuman Chalisa Part for my friend's dad's death anniversary, and it's really sweet. You know, they put a lot of love, a lot of effort into remembering their parents, and it's so nice. They're just really beautiful girls. I love being almost like an adopted sister into in their lives. And if you know me, you'll know I'm not religious. Yes, I've got lots of idols and pictures on my altar, but it's not about religion, never has been for me. It's about connection. One of the things you might not see is I have Kuan Yin here as well. So Kuan Yin is a goddess of compassion, and she sits with me on my desk as I colour in my art. She watches me and reminds me to keep my heart and my words as I'm speaking to everyone here in compassion. Keep them light, keep it from the heart. On my healing journey, I loved learning about the Nordic gods, Greek gods, so many. You know, our cultures are full of exploration of different mysticisms, energies, whatever you want to call them. Such a beautiful blend of life. When your mind is playing a song that's working against you, when your mind is playing a song of a memory that's working against you, one of the things I suggest to my clients is to do a simple act as if you're sneezing. God bless you. Sneezing the memory out through your nose as an exhale. Sneeze it out and God bless it. When you're God blessing it, you don't have to think about, oh, I don't like that person, I do like that person, I don't like that memory, I do like that memory. You leave it in neutral. You leave it in blessings. So what does that mean? If you leave something in blessings, you can only get blessed. If you leave something in God's hands, it can only get lighter and brighter. If you leave something with God, God bless you. You're now saying, I don't know what I need to do with you. It's out of my jurisdiction, it's out of my own realm. But I'm leaving it with God. Leaving it somewhere where it can be divinely transmuted, transported, transformed, alchemized into something beyond my wildest dreams. I trust you, I trust you, I trust you. So I give it back to you, God. I give it back to you. I give it back to you. I trust you. Achoo. I trust you. Achoo. I trust you. Quite like that. I had a friend recently who asked me, Reena, have you always been this wise? Are you always this wise? It's like, I'm wise? Truth is, I've done it the other way, and it doesn't give me any growth. It stalls me. And people think there's one or two ways of doing something. You know, being a victim or being mean. And I always say go for the path that brings you closer to your heart. Go for that path, the warrior. Call it the heart warrior. And I wrote a poem on it. A warrior is chosen, first broken, open, and awoken to lead. Our heart gets chosen. We don't get chosen, our hearts do. They get chosen to break open so that we can release, like our wings. Our wings, we can release our wings like a butterfly. So we can be hatched into our most divine selves. I mean, the world doesn't need a double of anything. It really doesn't. But what it can do with is a bit more uniqueness. So what is the song in your mind that's playing? Where is it leading you? Or is your mind unable to play songs because your mind has been kept distracted over and over again by everything around you? Have you even allowed it space to be? Have you even allowed it space? What song is playing in your heart, in your mind? It's the only question you have to keep asking yourself. It's like when people always say, oh, you know, Reena, I saw the numbers 1111, I saw the numbers 2222, I saw the numbers. What does it mean? For me, it means get aware. Start becoming aware of your mind. Start becoming aware of your thought process, because whatever you're thinking about, you're going to bring about. So when we start seeing signs, symbols that mean something to us, we can look up the meaning of it, absolutely. But more importantly, you know, if we didn't have the internet, whatever, for any reason, more importantly, go to, what am I creating in my reality? What does the universe need me to become aware of that I'm not currently aware of? In that, you get to start becoming a lot more free. Sometimes while colouring, I feel like I just end up going into a little trance. Release, release, release. I have so many people asking me, you know, is there a particular way I'm meant to colour this book? No. There are no rules. No rules. Never any rules. No. This book, it created a journey. And you're allowed for the journey to be whatever you need it to be for you. Do you have memories, visions, which have nothing to do with any life experience as such, but it's almost like a future calling, something you can see, something that's other people, you know, they haven't seen into their reality, but you've seen it. Calling your own conscious whisper. What's your conscious whisper? Now, your conscious whisper will be something that's kind and loving and heartful. I'm not talking about conscious whispers which go against humanity. I'm talking about whispers that work for you. What's your conscious whisper? Mm. Keep asking yourself, what is my conscious calling? What is my conscious whisper? But don't just ask it, do the next step. For me, it was, I kept seeing, whenever I heard the word action, I would always see this clapperboard. And on that clapperboard, I knew the location was Earth. And I knew that the director, the cameraman, the producer, everything, that was us. And the only person watching our act that matters is God. And that's one of the last pages in book 2 in The Art of Being. Conscious Whispers. I'll show you the page. So this was one of my first ones. Here it is. Action. So this was the clapperboard image I saw, and I saw it on the word action. This all started to come alight afterwards, because the I was you, and you is all about the DNA inside of you. And when I saw the word I am, I was thinking of water, even though it's not really an iron, but I still wanted to bring the water element in. So action was happening on a stage and God is watching. Then I started to create the sun, the moon, the sun, Saturn. So all the planets are sitting between the sun and Saturn. And then it's every action we're taking is happening on different time scales of the moon. And then we've got all these stars which represent different energies out there. And then the curtains of rainbows. That it's a colourful act. And even taking an action, we're climbing stairs to get there. But we'll come on to this when I get to that page. Probably a couple of months from now. So that was my first conscious whisper. Kept seeing it in my mind's eye and I was like, right, I need to see what this actually looks like if I put it on paper. Next thing I knew, all these other words started to become images in my mind. So after I'd released one onto paper, all these other ones got to slowly start coming through. I didn't realize that, you know, taking that first action would have released so much for me. And we don't know. We don't know until we actually go and do. So what's your conscious whisper that you're putting off, that you see, and maybe you haven't put it on paper, maybe you haven't addressed it yet, but it's waiting for you? Or are you waiting for someone else to experience your conscious whisper and for you to say, I had that idea once upon a time, 20 years ago. Step forward into your uncomfortable. I was just meant to be a dentist. If I didn't step into my real uncomfortabilities, discomfort, I make up English words as I go along because it's all made up anyway. If I didn't step into mine, I wouldn't be on this journey that I'm on. I wouldn't be able to talk about the things that I talk about. I wouldn't have had the amazing, miraculous healing experiences that I've had. I'd be sitting in a lot of hate and victim energy. Why did this happen to me? I don't have time for that. There's too much to do on this amazing planet. Way too much to do. So much fun to be had. So watch your conscious calling, conscious whisper. I mean, in a moment you'll see as well, like this inner jukebox. It's connecting to an antenna. That's your antenna that's picking up the signals, and then it's playing a tune according to how you've picked up the signal. The more balanced you are with the Ida Pingala, the more your Sushumna can show you who you uniquely are. That's in your divinity, heart-based, healthy chakra-based, and not ego-based. We all have to have an ego. It's how we stay here. We're here to enjoy life, but we don't have to hurt anyone or ourselves while we're here doing this. Gosh, it's taken me an hour just to do that. Time is really one of the most expensive things that we have to spend. Spend it doing things that add value to your life. This feels like candy floss. So when memories, visions, thoughts come in, which are distracting, which are not serving your growth, God bless you. When it's memories, visions, which are going to open up a path for you, which you won't know. I didn't know all of this was going to be a colouring book. I just drew sketches that looked really cool to me at the time, and I had people say to me, Reena, if you say the word action to me, I don't see this. And I went, huh, interesting. Reena, if you say the word belief to me, I don't think of a bee and leaves. Huh, interesting. The way you see words, the way you internalize things, it's going to be different and unique for you. No one else is processing it the way you are. Your inner jukebox, the healthier you are, the more healing you go through, the more heart-based, more heart-centered you get to, the cleaner, the clearer, my hand was cramping, the cleaner and clearer the signal that runs in your Sushumna, your central channel, which is connected to all your chakras, and then the song of your soul plays. How do I heal my heart? One step at a time, one day at a time. Your heart will guide you to where it needs to go. Sometimes those journeys that you have to embark on are difficult. And you can go in and trust the process. That, you know, my heart led me here, and look, I'm just going through hell at the moment. Sounds about right. But what will come through from that will be unique for you. We're always in the soil in which we need to grow from. Always planted. Somewhere your heart asks for a growth. Somewhere. Oh, quite happy with that. Okay, right, Mr. Pingala. What colour shall we do you? Tempted to do you blue, which don't make sense unless we consider blue as a masculine energy, but I'm not here to make sense. I'm here to just be. Nope. Got pencil breaking today. Let's go for different blues. What should we do? Either. I just, as I picked up this colour, I just thought the bride always wears, you know, this beautiful red. It represents the feminine. I was thinking of Mary Magdalene, I was thinking of Shakti, I was thinking of all these divine feminine presence, Athena, Mother Mary. Makes me happy. Music. I like green or yellow. What about Sushumna? The balance point. I think like an orangey yellow. It does feel like a golden channel. Like a bright light. Clean, clear. One thing I do ask my clients to do is to ask in the energy if the energy that's around them is even theirs. Sometimes we have songs playing. It's not even our jukebox. You've adopted someone else's. Give that back to universe, to God. How do I do that? Intention. Whatever is not for me, disconnect it, clear it, cleanse it from me now. All that is aligned to my divine energy essence, reclaim, cleanse, and connect it back to me so that I may function on my highest serving level. Musical notes. What colour are they? Yeah, let's do green. Which green? You keep looking at me and you. Okay. I always think in the camera it's going to show what I can see from my eyes as I'm colouring, but my hand actually blocks it. how to get into your heart, sitting there. Scary sometimes, it is. You don't know what's going to pop up. It's going to make me cry. Oh, and guess what? After you've had a good cry, it's nice to feel lighter again. I'm not against having a good cry. Sometimes our lessons are that tough. We deserve to give ourselves that space to feel our feelings. And if you're over crying, makes you wonder how much have you been suppressing, and for who? Well, because the other person won't be comfortable seeing your tears. That's not a you problem. Someone's uncomfortable in you expressing your truth, your emotional side, your sensitive side. How is that a you issue? Did you not make a promise to yourself to be you in whatever relationship you're in? I think it's horrible to cry and to not have someone hold space for you, to release, to let it out. They're uncomfortable. Maybe they need their own healing. It's not a judgment thing, it's an awareness thing. The heart gets to be lighter. I covered that in another page on emotions. As I'm colouring this in, I'm watching my mind go, oh, are we colouring in the face? That's a pretty big face. How are we going to colour it in? And I'm laughing at my mind, going into problems and obstacles rather than, oh my god, aren't these just cute colours? Quite like this. Quite like how they blend in. Okay, in this awesome colour combination. This is type of stuff like I find difficult digitally to do. Creating these beautiful colours. Some people are amazing at it. It's not my forte yet. Don't really want it to be. Feels like too much work. Face to colour, not to colour. Well, we've spent an hour, 10 minutes. Oh, she's picked up a pen. You're doing this. Quite tempting. What I keep seeing is like these diagonal lines. Like this. Reena, what are you doing? I don't know. Just going with my flow. Trusting, trusting, trusting the process. I don't want to stop here. Hmm. Hmm. Trusting the flow, just going with the flow. Those that can trust the flow will see their own image or calling or first step on how to do this for them. Is that too light? tempted. Let's see how this goes. Can you move in your flow? Can you hear your heart? Can you hear the music that's playing from your heart, from your inner jukebox, lighting, igniting your central channel to the cosmos, to the divine? Can you bring in the most divine aspects of you? Are you that willing? Every time your heart beats, it's calling you home to your inside, to your soul, to your Sushumna. Every time. Your conscious whisper will direct you to create something that is in your uniqueness. I never knew that my uniqueness would be this. I didn't know. You just have to trust the process and go with the flow and stop looking for things to be a certain way. When you let go of what you think it's meant to be and what it's going to be, that's when all the magic really begins to happen. And be okay with the hard work that may come with it. It's part of the journey, part of the process. What shall we blend it with? White. Please remember, this is not a colouring class. This is about going free from your mind and having aha moments. This is about creating a tool for life. Your life going forward, where you first saw so many obstacles, so many things that blocked your path, and instead using that as your fuel to propel yourself forward into a life of your dreams, a life that you get to create and make beautiful, successful, and everything you need it to be, without excuses. I repeat, this is not a colouring class. This is a way for me to enjoy colouring with you all, but also just to give more information about each page as I colour, but also to, experience me in the process, where I get to show you this isn't just a gimmick. This is actually a tool which you can use for your life, your journey. Oh, I picked it. Let's go. Also gives me an opportunity to see if there's anything I would change in the book in the next edition. It's only when you go to experience it yourself that you get to go, oh, actually, even though I spent months looking at this book, but you don't know until it's material in front of you. And there we have it, the inner jukebox Can't believe I actually coloured in the face. Okay, right. One of the things I do want to do, so it's the 2nd of August today. There we have it, signed. Goodbye for now.